The moon doesn't actually grow near the horizon. So why does it suddenly look enormous? You've probably seen it before. A massive orange moon rising slowly above the horizon, hanging low over buildings, trees, or distant mountains. It looks huge, far bigger than when it's high in the night sky. But here's the strange part. If you measure it with a camera or telescope, the moon's size hasn't changed at all. In fact, it's almost exactly the same size in the sky, whether it's rising, setting, or sitting high overhead. So why does our brain insist that the moon near the horizon looks gigantic? Are our eyes being fooled? Or is something even stranger happening inside our minds? The answer reveals one of the most fascinating tricks our perception plays on us. Here on Simple Things, Why and How, we explore the hidden science behind everyday mysteries that most people notice but rarely stop to question. And today, we're uncovering the curious illusion that makes the moon appear dramatically larger when it rises or sets. Let's start with the surprising truth. The moon does not actually grow larger near the horizon. In fact, measurements show that the moon can sometimes appear slightly smaller when it's close to the horizon because it's a bit farther from the observer due to Earth's curvature. Yet our eyes and brains insist it looks bigger. This phenomenon is known as the moon illusion, and it has puzzled scientists, philosophers, and astronomers for centuries. The key to understanding this illusion lies not in the moon itself, but in how your brain interprets distance and size. When the moon sits high in the sky, it floats alone against a vast, empty background. There are no nearby objects to compare it with, no buildings, no trees, no mountains. Your brain interprets that empty sky as being relatively close. But when the moon appears near the horizon, something different happens. Suddenly, it shares the scene with familiar objects: houses, landscapes, city skylines, forests. Those objects create a sense of depth and distance. Your brain begins interpreting the horizon as being much farther away. And when something appears farther away, but still looks the same size to your eyes, your brain assumes it must actually be larger. So the moon appears to grow, not in reality, but in perception. This is part of a broader way your brain interprets the world. Your visual system constantly uses context to estimate size and distance. It compares objects against their surroundings and builds a mental map of space. When the moon is near the horizon, your brain treats it as if it's positioned far behind the landscape, almost like a distant mountain or massive object sitting beyond the horizon. And because distant objects usually appear smaller, your brain compensates by mentally enlarging the moon. The result is a powerful visual illusion. Interestingly, you can actually break the illusion with a simple trick. If you look at the moon near the horizon and then turn your head upside down, or view it between your legs, the moon suddenly appears smaller again. Why? Because flipping your perspective disrupts your brain's usual interpretation of distance and landscape cues. Without that sense of depth, the illusion weakens, and the moon returns to its true size in your perception. What makes this phenomenon so fascinating is that it reminds us of something important. We don't experience the world exactly as it is. We experience the world as our brains interpret it. Your eyes simply capture light, shapes, and motion. But your brain builds the reality you perceive, constantly guessing, adjusting, and interpreting based on context. Most of the time, it gets things remarkably right. But every once in a while, it shows us something that isn't really there. Like a moon that suddenly seems enormous as it rises quietly over the horizon. If you enjoyed discovering the science behind this incredible illusion, give this video a like so more curious minds can find it. Share it with someone who loves looking at the night sky, and subscribe to Simple Things, Why and How for more fascinating mysteries explained simply. Because sometimes the universe isn't playing tricks on us. Our own minds are.